What is up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. If you're new to the channel, don't forget to subscribe. Your boy is trying to reach 1,000 subscribers by the end of the year. So like the video, comment, share, do whatever you have to do so we can reach that goal, because we're so close and I know it's very doable. So just go down there. It takes like 1 second. Just click the button, click the bell if you want to. Let's just reach 1,000. Today, it's part 2 of the custom headlight build. It's gonna be a very interesting one because I have no idea about wiring, anything to do with electrical. It's very complicated and things can go south like that. So, very interesting. I'm gonna be installing the demon eye, the halo lights, and I got a new lens for my headlights, and I bought that a while ago, but I found it on Facebook Marketplace for $50, and that was just such a steal. I had to buy them because I already knew that I was gonna be customizing my headlights, and yeah, so can't wait to show you guys that, because that's pretty cool. I am gonna be making a playlist of all the videos of me customizing the headlights, so go to my channel, check that out. I already have part 1 up, so if you're interested in that, on how to paint and blacken out your housing, go check that out. This is part 2, so this would be the lights portion of the 3 step or 3 video series of rebuilding and customizing my headlights. So I'm getting a lot of questions on how much I've spent on what I've bought. I'm all about DIYs and saving as much money as I can, even though I have no idea what I'm doing. And trust me when I tell you, you will save hundreds, maybe even thousands of dollars just doing it yourself and just doing your research and knowing what you need to do and what you need to have to do your project. So I totally recommend just trying it out. If you do break it, I mean, it could be bad depending on what it is, especially with headlights. They are expensive. They're like 1,000 plus. So just be very careful, take your time. Watch videos on YouTube. That's what I did. That's what I do with most of the stuff I do with my car. But just try it. You'll save a ton of money and you'll just feel a lot better doing it yourself, knowing that you did it to your car and you didn't have someone else do it for you. So totally recommend that. DIYs, I'm all for it. If you make them look nice, even decent, you'll be so much happier at the end of the day. Everything I'm using, I'm gonna try to link down below so you guys can purchase what I've used so far. So as far as the paint, so I'm gonna tell you guys something. I did buy 2K clear coat, which made the headlights look so much better. You guys can see how shiny it looks. It just looks kind of OEM just because how shiny it is, and it just makes it look so much better. But I will be linking down below the paint I used and the 2K clear coat that I used to make these headlights look so fire. You guys can see this is so good. I'll link this down below. As far as the paint, I believe, so let's see, let me check, I gotta check. The black, the gloss black, I did get it on Amazon, and on Amazon it's going for about $4, so I got 2 cans of those, so that's $8 just on the black part of the headlight, which is not bad at all. For the banner red, I only got 1, and that was a little bit more, but I got 1 bottle and that was $11, so in total $8 and $11, so $19 just in paint and that's not bad at all. The only thing that was expensive was the 2K clear coat, which was about $22. So in total, I'll say you'll spend about $40 to $45 just in paint. If you think about it, if you take it to someone and they do it for you, they're gonna add the paint plus the labor, which the labor is probably like 5 times more. So I 100% recommend doing it yourself. This is a little sketch because you do have to put them in the oven, but you will be happier at the end of the day. Trust me. The whole painting process was $40, and for that I cannot even complain. They turned out great. I've never done it before, so totally recommend that, and I'll leave it down below. So as far as the lighting and the cost of that, it's gonna be a little bit more than the painting, but trust me, buying it yourself and doing it yourself, you're gonna save a ton of money, because I know people charge like $1,000 just to do your whole headlight, even more than that to add the lights and stuff. So for the Demon Eye, I did buy them on Retro Fit Source. Bought these, and this is just the one color. I did not get the RGB because I kind of figured I would always leave them in red, just because red looks super sick. Unlike the halo lights, those are RGB, so I kind of opted for just the one color. Profile, Performance, Demon Eye, and this ran me $30 for both. So you get 2 Demon Eye, and I just got the one color, so that is $30. Now for the halo lights, I got this on Oracle. These were a little expensive just because they are the dual halo lights. This ran me about $250, I believe, and that's not bad for comparing it to all the other halo lights out there. I didn't want to go single just because you rarely see the double halo lights on 370s, so I thought that would look super sick. And you get everything. You get the 4 halo lights, you get a controller, which I did not go with the wireless, I just went with the cheapest one, and it's still pretty good. I saw reviews on it, so couldn't complain about that. That's how much I paid for the halo lights. So in total, that is $280 just in lights. So if you have about $300 to spend on lights, I totally recommend these. I don't know if they work or not. So for a little bonus, I did purchase these on Facebook Marketplace. These are so sick because I got a steal for this. These usually go for like 80 bucks, I think almost 100. It has the etching on it, and it has the Z logo, which is so dope, and it's gonna look so good with everything put together. I bought these for $50, so if you go on Facebook Marketplace, you might find some. If not, they're kind of rare for someone to sell. You can find them, I think, on Retro Fit Source too, and get the etching, but it is gonna run you a little bit. These were used, he used them. He got a different lens, I believe. He had a pretty sick 370, so it was pretty cool. So yeah, this is the little extra bonus. In total, I can't think of it, so it was 40 plus 280, which is 320 plus, you don't have to get the lens at all, but plus 50 came out to just about under $400. So that's me doing and buying the headlights. I don't have to pay someone to do the labor, so I'm extremely happy. So I bought all these in a period of like 3 months, so it wasn't just me splurging $400 on lights and the lens. It was all throughout like 3 months, so it's not bad. You save for it, you can do it. So for under $500, you can do all this. I mean, even less with the lens, but under $400 to say, You can do all this instead of paying $1,000 plus for someone to do your headlights. So let's get on to the video because it's going to be a pretty long video. I just wanted to touch on that because I was getting questions on how much I paid for everything. Alright, so for the first part, I saw this on Oracle's YouTube channel on how to do it for the 370Z, and it looks pretty straightforward, but you will need a Dremel, any Dremel. This is like a $20 one I got a long time ago at Harbor Freight, and it works, so it gets the job done. Anyways, Dremel the top of the big, I don't know what you would call it, I think it's called the bezel. So you're gonna Dremel the top of the bezel, just make a little curve, just enough for, so this is the halo light. Run the wire cleanly through. So as you can see, you have this wire in the back, and that is the halo. So you need like a little slit right there. I'll show you guys how it turns out, but that's where you're gonna be running the wires, so you don't have the wire running on top. You could just run it through, but I think it's not gonna sit pretty even. Yeah, so you can't really get it even, and then you're gonna be bending the wires, so that's gonna be bad. So you will need a Dremel to make it clean so you won't have problems at the end. Probably should have done this before I painted it, because I don't know how it's gonna affect the paint, but let's see. I do need shades, so don't clown me for the shades. I don't want stuff in my eyes. So I switched up the Dremel. The other one was kind of small and it wasn't making it big enough. So let's see if this will work. Just like that, I was able to Dremel out that piece right there. Just enough for the wire to run through the back and lay flat. So it should look like that, and that's gonna look so fire. So for these right here, on Oracle, just because the size of the small, so this one's the small halo, so according to their video, you're supposed to cut off this whole clear part right here, because these won't fit unless you want them on top of, I mean, even if you want it on top of the clear thing, it's just gonna look weird and pretty ugly. So in order to cut this, I'm gonna be using the saw blade kind of thing on the Dremel. Hopefully it cuts through. It might take a little longer, but I'm gonna try my best not to touch the red, because it's said to get pretty close to it and I don't want to ruin it. So I mean, well, the halo's gonna be in front of it, so I don't think it should matter. So the Dremel just died. I had to go put it on the charger. I don't know how long it's gonna take to charge, but I mean, for you guys it's gonna be like 2 seconds, but it might take 30 minutes. I'm gonna try in 30 minutes at least. It was a lot harder to cut through this. You can see I mean, I've never even charged that Dremel, so it's kind of my fault, but so far I got through like half of the first one, so still need to do this one and the other one and just continue with everything else. So I'll see you guys when that charges up. Alright, so for the demon eyes, as you guys know, in the previous video when I was taking these headlights apart, I did break this right here, which broke into like 4 pieces. Let me try to take it out. Yeah. You can see I broke this reflective part right here, so I'm hoping to super glue it together, and I hope when I put them back in the oven it doesn't like melt off and, I don't know, fall apart in the headlight. That's the one thing I'm worried about too. So I hope it works and it just stays together, because I mean, I don't know if you really need this, but I'm pretty sure you do, because it kind of reflects in the light. So we're gonna be doing this in this video too, super gluing that. So I'm gonna take that apart and hopefully we're able to super glue it. So the Dremel died. I had to go put it in the charger because I wasn't even able to finish the first one. It's a lot harder than I thought to cut through this with the cheap Dremel. So I'm gonna let that charge and we'll get back to trying to cut these, because that's gonna take forever. So hopefully it takes like 30 minutes to charge, because I'm already over it. So just like that, you're able to remove this, and now we're gonna remove the 2 screws and figure out how we're gonna put in the demon eye, because the demon eyes that I got are different than the videos I've watched, because they're able to cut it. Mine, I can show you guys real quick. So in previous videos I've seen them cut right along there to make it a little bit shorter, and you're able to set it flat on to that. So for this one you aren't able to cut anything, so I have to figure out how I'm gonna put that in there and see if it works. So, and you want to be real careful so you don't scratch the lens. I mean, I'm not gonna be using it again, so there's really no point to be careful, but I could sell them or give it to one of you guys. So I don't know, comment down below if you guys want this. I'm gonna be mounting the demon eyes right in the bottom, just like that. It's not gonna be directly in the middle, so I don't know if that's gonna affect anything. I don't think it should, just because it has the lens and is able to spread the light. So as long as it's in the bottom, you're gonna be blinded by the demon eye, which is gonna be pretty sick. So I'm gonna put it right there, right in the middle, and now all we have to do is drill a hole on either side of wherever, I don't know, wherever you want, but you're gonna drill a hole to be able to run the wires through the hole and not have to, I mean, you can't really run it in the housing, so you do have to drill a hole. Start with something small and ease your way up. This is kind of metal, so it might be a little tough. So let's see what happens. I'm gonna be starting with a small bit. Don't know how strong these are gonna be, but I hope it gets the job done. Let's do it. Yep, so it's gonna lay just like that right there, and I'm gonna put aluminum tape to secure it and show you guys how that turns out. So just like that, the demon eye is in there, the aluminum tape is in there, so it's not gonna go anywhere. It's pretty secure in there. Now we're just gonna put the new lens on and we're pretty much done. It is on the housing and it looks so good. I can't wait to put these on the car. It's gonna look so sick and back in the housing. So I'm gonna do the other one. I probably won't record because it's gonna be the same process, and I don't want this video to go on for too long. have to figure out where to drill a hole so that this wire can come out through behind the housing. So I'm gonna figure that out so we can pass this through and we're able to plug it up to our battery when these go on the cars. So I'm pretty much done with cutting these out. It literally took forever because the Dremel kept dying. So I finally got these. I try to make it as even as possible, not too close to the actual I don't know what you call it, but because I didn't want it ruin the red paint. Same with this one. This one came out a little more, I don't know, janky, but you also need to do the little slot right there to run the wires through so you're not bending the wires and you won't ruin them. So now I'm just gonna glue these on here. I am gonna continue the video tomorrow because it is 10:22 and I need to go to sleep. So I will finish it tomorrow, but I'm gonna glue these on, show you guys how to put them on to these. So the back of the halos does have like a tape to hold it in place, but I don't really trust it. So I'm gonna put some epoxy adhesive, which I got at Harbor Freight, I believe. And let me see. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this behind it to add extra adhesive so it doesn't come off in the housing, because that would suck a lot. Alright, so I'm gonna let these dry and I'm gonna clean up a little bit and continue this video later on tonight when I wake up, so these can be fully dry and I can start assembling my headlights, putting them in the oven, and then putting them in my car or on my car, and they're gonna look so sick. So I can't wait. I'm tired. It's 11 a.m. so I'm gonna go to sleep and I'll see you guys tonight to finish these. I don't even know how long this video is gonna be, but I hope it's not too long. So continuing the video, it is currently 2 a.m. I believe. Let's check. Yes, it is 2:26 a.m. and I am awake, ready to finish this project because this is so time consuming. I don't even know how long it's gonna take, but these finally dried off and they look pretty good. Yeah, I'm happy with how these came out. Yep, here you go. That's how that one looks. I also just finished super gluing this. I did reinforce it with some epoxy. It's not the best, but it's way better than just leaving it half broken. So it's glued that. Not sure if you guys are going to be able to see that, but it should do the job. It's not perfect. You're not even going to be able to see it, so it is what it is. It's going to be in there and yeah, you won't even be able to see it. So I'm going to assemble the headlight and hopefully seal them correctly. Don't want water to get in them and ruin the whole housing of the headlight, and then having to take them apart and seal them again. So hopefully I do it right the first time. So to reseal my headlights, I did get the Morimoto resealing glue. I've seen a lot of good reviews on this, and on Amazon it's about 20 bucks. I'm gonna link it down below, so if you're looking for this, it'll be right down below. And on Amazon it has like 5 stars and a lot of good reviews. So, and I've seen a lot of videos of people using this, and not just some regular silicone glue. that you would buy from like Home Depot or Lowe's or whatever. These are actually for headlights, so these should do the job using this, and hopefully one does the trick. Screwing in this side, and it looks so good. Like, smash that like, cause
these came out so fire,
and I can't wait. I just keep saying I can't wait, but I'm gonna put it on the actual headlight and see how they turn out. So while the drill is charging, I put the housing back on the lens, and they look okay because the lens is pretty hazy. So in the next video I am going to be restoring these, and it'll make the housing look a lot better. I don't want to do it right now just because putting them in the oven might ruin that. So once I put these on the car and get everything situated, I will be making a video, and that's going to be part 3 of the custom headlight series. So I'm going to be putting these back on to the headlight and sealing these up and putting them back in the oven, so hopefully everything goes smooth and they seal correctly. So let's get to that. So the oven's preheated. I'm gonna put the headlights in. 7 minutes. So I just took off the bumper. I'm gonna put in the headlights and we're gonna see how they look. I'm gonna figure out the wiring for the demon eyes and the halo lights, so that should be a challenge. I hope it doesn't take too long, but let's get to it.
It looks so mean, bro. I cannot wait until I figure out how to wire the demon eye and the halo light. So I'm gonna start doing that and let you guys know what I do to make it easier for you guys. But that looks so sick. I can't wait